Hey YouTube, FS Physique is here with you. Going to be shooting my M9 here a little bit, at least a few magazines. I think you guys will remember in my first rounds video, I did not shoot very well with this particular firearm. So I'm out here today to redeem myself. It's finally the weather has broken here in upstate New York and we're able to be outside and shoot. So I'm out at the local rod and gun club. And I just brought one of my steel plates out here, and we'll see how I do with that. Just wanted to let you know that I just finished recording a video on my Beretta Nano, and in my rush to get that video going, I didn't turn on the microphones or anything. So I recorded a 26-minute video with no sound, which was, really useful. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do with that footage. I think I might still put the video together and maybe I'll try and narrate over top of it, but it's going to be kind of funny because the sound is not going to be in sync with with what's going on the film. But anyway, I hope you'll enjoy that, and geez, what a mistake. Anyway, like I said, I just got one of my steel plates out here. I think I'm going to go reset the plate rack. I'll shoot it at both those kinds of things, or both those targets. I'm just shooting some Federal 115 grain 9mm that's aluminum cased, and the reason I'm doing that is, I have to pick up the cases to kind of clean up. But that's different than when I'm shooting brass case stuff and I'm trying to recover the brass for reloading. I tend to be real anal about that. I mean, if I don't go home with every round that I fired, I'm not happy. So I didn't want to mess with that today. So I'm just shooting some aluminum case stuff, and we'll see how that goes. I am going to throw on my GoPro as well as my ears and just shoot some footage over the top. Sorry. Just going to get everything on here. So I'm going to throw on the GoPro. On my baseball cap here. And we'll see how that goes. First time I ever tried to use this mount for the GoPro, so I don't quite know what view we'll get. I'm hoping we'll get a top-down view on the top of the gun. But anyway, okay, M9, wow. Compared to my Nano, this feels like, a huge chunk of material. So let's give it a shot and see if I can hit anything. Yay. All right, wow, 10 for 10. That's not too bad now, is it? Of course, don't let me fool you into thinking I'm a great shot or anything. We're talking an 8-inch steel plate at 30 feet from the front of the benches here. So, that was the setup I was using for the Nano, because my test with that was supposed to just be to see if I would get any failures to extract or eject. I wasn't really worried about hitting the targets. I might try shooting the plate rack next, see if I can, continue the run here. Okay, at this range it seems to have a 12 o'clock hold. Alrighty. Okay. Yeah, I really like the Beretta M9. Just the heft of it, You know, the mechanism is very smooth. Not much you can complain about. Now, I have done some modifications to it. I have put in a skeletonized hammer. I have put in a metal trigger, I believe. It's been a while since I've done these upgrades. And then I put in a steel guide rod rather than take the plastic one that comes with it. Trying to think what other upgrades they've done. I've covered it in other videos. Oh, and I put in an extended mag release and swapped it to the other side for me as a left-hander. But you know, it's pretty nice. Sure makes you feel like, you know, you're either Detective Murtaugh or John McClane. If you don't know what I'm referencing, it's movies where the 92FS or M9 have been featured. So obviously John McClane is the Die Hard movies, and Detective Murtaugh would be Mel Gibson in the Lethal Weapon series. Of course, it would be really nice if here in New York, if we could actually use the standard capacity magazines for the M9 instead of these crippled 10-rounders. Do have quite a bit of wind picking up today, so. And if you see anything that looks like fog go by me, I think the heat came on here at the main building of our Rod and Gun Club, and they, I think they used some kind of a pellet stove or something because it was putting out really thick smoke that that smelled just like a campfire. So it was wood smoke. Smelled great up here. It was like somebody was smoking a pig, or at least having a campfire. Anyway, I just want to go through another couple magazines because, like I said, the first rounds video I did this where I was shooting paper. I did not shoot the M9 very well. And also, I got to tell you, I mean, I'm coming out of a hiatus from shooting over the winter here. There's a real lack of indoor pistol ranges here in central New York. And okay, get another 20 rounds here, and we'll see how we do. Oh boy, that thing just feels big and massive after the Nano. I mean, you know, size comparison wise, you know, really no comparison. Alrighty. Go ahead and get around the chamber. Oops. Alrighty. What I'm going to do is I'm going to load that back up with the last 10 rounds. So we'll have done 50 rounds through the M9. Then I'm going to set up the plate rack. Time for some more fun. And I'll end on a hit. Can't beat that, huh? Alright, so there's 50 rounds through my Beretta M9. Much better shooting than I did when I first shot it. You know, it's 30 feet. with an 8-inch steel plate, and then of course the plate rack's maybe another couple feet back. But you know, so we're only talking 10 yards. Still, was nice to get some hits with this thing. Like I said, I'm really impressed with it. It is a very nice, very smooth action. Everything works real well. It feels very well built. You know, there's also something kind of like a 1911 to be said for just having a chunk of metal in your hand. It certainly feels real good. Yeah, double action works real well. Anyway, I didn't mean to take up so much of your time. Thanks for looking in on me.